Hello, guys. Welcome back. Thank you so much for tuning into the pre-show, and welcome back to the LA Guerrillas post-show. I'm here again with Money Cheen. Chino, how are you doing?
I'm doing great, man. Had a good time watching all the matches this weekend, and I'm excited to get this show going.
Oh man. All right, let's hop right into it. We have a second Astro giveaway that we're gonna do. So remember, leave a hashtag lights out in the chat, and we'll get back to you there with the winner later. Let's go into this Astro Gaming listen-in from yesterday's match against the Surge, and then we'll be right back to you with our special guest, Apathy.
Oh, green Indian.
Stand down.
Nice.
One, two, one, keep flag, guys. I didn't see him green.
Hey, no Preston.
Button.
On plat, on plat.
Fucking cat.
On your plat. On plat.
Bump B.
Here's one shot top plat, absolutely.
Name plat, name
One
plat.
is
No,
you
Danny's
as well.
you, Danny
I think
went
it might be
vent,
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 might be vent,
vent.
vent.
I bet. He's vent.
Yeah, I shot cast up. One shot. And back box. He's going P4. Preston's
Don't B, can you shoot him?
somewhere.
He's L, front, one
I
side.
think it's P4. I think it's P4. He could be hitting
I
a
hear
mid.
you.
Preston. I don't see him.
I don't see him mid. Could've gone pit.
Mid takes right next to you. Ran up our side mid. No, he's still mid tank.
Tank left side.
One shot mid.
Still there.
Yep.
Nice.
Oh, he got back,
Swinging at your
back
plat.
up.
Yep,
Going
yep,
outside.
I could go vent here again.
Dude, I died to
Name
Sam
plat, name plat.
back there mid
Good luck,
alley.
I'm going vent, I'm going
He's
vent.
deep.
Actually, I'm
He's
on
on
the truck.
the
On the truck.
Got you. Top pipe here, some tan up.
I have you.
Got you. I'm gonna peek off you, try to get one.
You, press it. One shot you going.
Wait,
He's
take
gonna go
one shot
past
Sam.
steps. He's
Sam,
gonna
one
go
shot mid.
you. He's gonna
Sam,
go
one shot
jet out
mid.
you.
I got
Yeah,
on
yeah,
our side, I
yeah.
got on our
Point.
side.
That's a point.
Yeah, I'm
Two.
inside right now.
Anyways, welcome, Apathy. Glad to have you with us. First of all, congratulations on a brilliant individual performance and that win. How are you doing so far?
Mike was muted. I'm doing great. Doing great, man.
That's good. That's good. Any thoughts so far on how Cold War is going and the weekend in general? What are your thoughts so far?
I'm honestly loving Cold War, especially compared to last year. Like, I'm having a ton of fun just even practicing the game and playing the game and just learning and improving as a team. Like, I genuinely get on every day and I just want to play and I have fun and I love the game overall. It's been a fun experience for sure.
I think that's a completely underrated experience too. Coming from someone else who's been playing forever, I feel like you've been around. I don't
Yeah.
even know how long at this point, just to get on and actually enjoy the game you're playing every single day. What are your thoughts on the switches from 5v5 COD now into the 4v4 world again?
I love it, man. It's not as chaotic. That's one of the biggest things. I feel like it's a lot more fundamental plays. Like you can get punished. You can punish teams harder if they make a mistake. I feel like 5v5 was like a little bit more run and gun, and you can get away with like doing, I guess, some like I don't know, crazy plays or being a little reckless. But now I feel like teamwork is more important, and like being on point as a team is more important. So that's the goal. Like being on LAG, like we want to have our teamwork on point and making sure we're playing the game the best way we can.
All right. And I think we're gonna go ahead and hop into the groups here and see what groups we have in store for us in stage one. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, that LAG was thrown into Group B. Uh, what are your thoughts on that? Did you see all the teams that were thrown into
Um,
your group?
yeah, both groups are honestly really good. I think the competition is really high this year, especially I guess going back to 4v4. It's gonna be, I mean, it's gonna be tough. I think both groups are very strong. I think it's just gonna come down to, getting really good practice throughout the year and making sure we're on form and we're on like strong in all our game modes, and so we can take these matches.
Chino, is there a stronger group to you that stands out?
I would probably say Group B is the stronger group right now. I mean, just based off kind of the games that we saw this weekend, the teams in Group B seem to have really kind of stood out. Like, you got Mutineers won the game against FaZe, super close game. Toronto winning a close, or actually, I don't think they won that one. Yeah, they lost the game. They lost game five. So Toronto lost close game five, but Bance really going off in the hard points for them. Of course, we got us, LAG. And I think one thing that people probably didn't notice this weekend is we won both the hard points. And if we're winning both hard points, I think that really sets us up to be really well. And like, because we're gonna get the other game modes down. It's just how it is. And I mean, it's just I think overall this group is probably stronger than Group A at the moment. So I would say right now our group is probably the tougher one.
I think I agree with both of you guys. When my first reaction looking at it, it's like there's no real weak teams off the rip in this group, especially with you guys winning Hardpoint. So I was going to bring that up too as well, Cheen. I mean, when we looked at it going in, we both predicted you guys to win the match 3-2, but I thought it was going to be more off the strength of your search and destroy prowess, really. I thought the players on your team were better suited to that, but you guys came out and actually dominated them, what it felt like in the Hardpoint. Sure, the second one was close, but at the end of the game, it looked like you guys had that secured on that Moscow, and you guys looked really strong. Like, anything that's has you guys looking a lot stronger, I guess, than you were last season in the respawns?
I mean, obviously, Hardpoint is one of the things that the teams tackle the most, especially start of the year. We did grind some S&D tournaments as a team, but Hardpoint was our main focus. Like every day during practice, like we talk about our mistakes. We, try to constantly improve, and we keep trying to point, what went wrong, and so we can apply it to our next scrim or next practice to like get better. And we just tackled it a lot, and we're like on the same page with a lot of things, and it's really come down to the practice we've had the past like 2 months and really just going hard and hard point, to be honest.
Okay, that's good. Cheen, were there any teams this weekend that surprised you from either group, really, good or bad?
I'd probably say the one team that really surprised me is probably FaZe, or not FaZe, Florida. I wasn't expecting Neptune to really kind of like be at the star that he was. I felt like he had a really good weekend overall. He played like out of his mind, it seemed like, from the most part. And the fact that they were able to actually beat FaZe is something I wasn't expecting at all. I thought FaZe was probably gonna go in there and just, clean 3-0, get out, go enjoy dinner or something after. But no, it was a close 5-game series, and the fact that Muniers was able to win that is really surprising to me.
Speaking of clean 3-0s, App, did you happen to sit and watch any of this last match between Optic and LA Thieves? Sorry,
Yeah.
they got they got destroyed. I think that's probably going to be the fastest match. I mean, you don't have to talk to crap. I understand that you're a player. You're going to have to play them soon, probably. But, I mean, they got beat down. That was one of the fastest matches you're going to see this entire season. I was like, wow, this is over? Did you, did you
Yeah,
catch any of
I
that?
mean that was definitely a tough 3-0. I did obviously I thought it was gonna go like last map. Like 100 Thieves is obviously a really good team, and I mean just from scrimming them and like hearing teams scrimming them, like they're like easily a top team. I guess Optic just came out hot, and during the match they must have been making some mistakes that costed them. So they're gonna bounce back 100%.
Any players that stood out to you guys over the course of this weekend, just off the bat, that look really strong in this title?
Yuli, Yuli on
Yeah,
Paris.
Oh, that's a good one.
like
I
I
feel
said,
like
I'd
he's like
probably say
underrated.
I would definitely say like
Uh,
Neptune for sure,
yeah.
Julie, and there was one more player I just can't think of it right now. But those two for sure. Like
Vance.
honestly, I was not. Yeah, Mance.
Vance played
Yeah, he was
really well, yeah.
our hardpoint superstar. This guy was untouchable at hardpoint. But like especially, I would probably say Yuli, the most. So like I know he's like always been like a pretty strong AR player, but he actually really surprised me in how well he was just like beaming. Like he was like, it seemed like he was everywhere all at once, just always picking up the easy kills for his teammates and just looking over them.
I'm gonna go with, for me, it was Envoy. Just watching him in that last match, I guess I shouldn't be surprised anymore because he's been so consistent over the last couple of years. But it seemed to me like he's
Yeah.
just always in the right position. I think he started out 11-0 in that raid control, and it's like whenever I watch him, I never see him actually gun someone. Like, so when I watch you, App, I see you like sometimes you just pull out gunfights you're not supposed to win. I'm like, all right, App's in this
Gotcha.
mode where nobody can stop him. But when I watch Envoy, it's like every person he shoots, he has the advantage on in the fight. Like, he's supposed to win the fight, but it's not that easy to give yourself advantage against pro players like that, and he just does it consistently, it feels like.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I guess he's just ahead of the game. He's a really smart player, and so he really stood out to me. But I think we should hop into some a little bit of analysis and look over the gameplay that you guys had against the Search. I believe that we're going to hop into a Moscow hardpoint, or yeah. So what was
Yeah,
going
this
through
is a
your guys'
Moscow.
heads here towards the end of the game, towards the end of this game, as you guys are looking to
Well,
break P2 here?
yeah, we wanted to go around street to break it. We kind of made a little mistake here, so we all ended up dying. And then we all went to take routes like mid. I went to hit front because I just want to hold front, maybe get a kill here. And our goal here is just to like get them off some time. Or we obviously don't want to flip the spawn out. And I think we almost do it, but they ended up winning like the last trades, and then we just had to rotate.
They couldn't win off
'cause I know
that
we can.
time, right? So you guys were just trying to pin them in for as long as possible, I
Yeah,
guess.
yeah, just trying to make it
How are the
mix so you take
how
some time out of the clock.
you guys are? I
But
mean, you guys have teamed together in the past. Obviously, you guys won a world championship together. But how are the comms going in? Is this you guys' first match in a while together? So how are the comms for you guys in moments like these?
the comms were actually really good. For the most part, we were all like pretty calm. We only called out something like stress something if it was really important. But for the most part, we're pretty calm. We're just calling like trying to small talk with each other and just use teamwork as much as we can during like all this.
This Is there anything in particular that has you feeling comfortable in this title? So usually the word that people always say on you is that you're a super strong player, but you usually pick it up later in the titles where you become one of the best players in the game. It just takes you maybe a month or two extra than most people. But in this game,
Yeah.
looked to be like you were a standout player. You were one of the standout players for the whole weekend. Anything that has you picking up this game faster than other titles?
I think it's a mix of two things. I like to vibe with a team that like is gonna go hard, goes hard in practice, kind of cuts out a lot of the BS and like just makes no excuses. And sometimes like start of the year, like I've had teams where like hate the game or they're not grinding as much and like they just complain during practice and it hurts me like personally like when I'm trying to improve when I have teammates like that, it kind of kills my vibe and like yeah, it just hurts me individually. So it's like part that, and then the other part is like this year I decided to go like I've been more focused in the competitive side and like just going 100%. Like usually I'll stream a lot, I'll make content, and like I'll be like doing a lot of things. But I'm this year like I'm really focused on the competitive side and just trying to be like a really good player and trying to start out hot this year. You know, making sure like I understand the game really well early on and like I'm doing the right things early on.
Love to hear that. Love to hear that. I believe that we have another clip from you. It's your favorite spot on the map on Garrison. We have you in the vents where you seem to
Yeah, there's a
be
lot of memes on
extremely
that.
comfortable. So, what about the vents made you like, this is going to be where I go? This is an apathy spot. I think, Cheen, is that something that you said? You called it an
Yeah,
apathy type spot.
yeah. Apathy's always been the type of player to just he plays these spots where like he's gonna know he likes to do it, and it's always the most frustrating thing in the world to try to go against him in there because he has it down. Like he's just like some players will be in there. They'll be like, okay, like I could probably take this fight, but App's in there. You're like, oh my goodness, like this gonna be a tough one. Like it's App. He knows how to play this. He's gonna make sure he has the advantage on you. And like even in the even the Hardpoint clip, the listening, you literally hear him go, all right, I'm going Vince. Like it's just something. It's just one of those spots where you're gonna meet Apathy there, and it's gonna be a rough time for you.
How do you deal with that app, knowing it's like, even as a player, just knowing that people know you're playing a certain spot, but you just still have the confidence to go there and lock it down?
It's definitely like a little tough sometimes, but I just know how to play. Like it's kind of easy to hold the vent as long as your teammates kind of have your back. And my teammates are doing a good job of like picking up my mid. And you can see like I was going back and forth because in the vent you can see like a shadow if they're nearby, so you're able to react. You can kind of play the timings pretty well on it. So like on top of me just going back and forth, like I just feel really comfortable that I won't really get caught slipping with my teammates helping me mid and like doing it really well, and then I can just go back and forth like comfortable. So I mean, I've just had a lot of practice inside of it. I've kind of used to it. Like started a game, I used to do it a lot, like in S&D tournaments and stuff. So I just like it down there.
Even that clip right there, like I said, like that you got the first kill on bomb, right? The other guy who's
Yeah.
looking over his teammate there knows he has to go into the vent, and you just know he's frustrated. He's like, I have to go in here, and I know Ab knows I'm coming. Like, it's just you're too good at that, man.
Too good at it. That's why he has two chips. Two chips. What is it? Two championships, second place. This guy, he's one of the most decorated players of all time for a reason, right? So, anything that
Yeah.
you can see after this first weekend going forward for your team? Like, what is their next steps for you guys to improve?
Well, Hardpoint obviously is gonna like. I mean, we got to tackle all the game modes, right? Like Hardpoint, we definitely are pretty strong at it, but we got to keep fixing those low mistakes. Keep like learning. I think we're a good Hardpoint team, but we definitely can get better. There's still things that we still don't do that we need to improve on. I think control has been kind of our weak game mode in general. We actually struggled with it the past like 2 or 3 weeks, and it goes back to like I feel like we've been focusing so hard in hardpoint, and putting a little bit of time in S&D that we kind of just like threw control to the side for a bit, and it just came back to bite us in the butt. So I think we got to focus on control a little harder again, and then just keep going hard in S&D. I think we have a good S&D team, like you said. I think it just comes down to like being on the same page and executing like some good strats that we come up with.
Do you guys ever go in and play like amateur teams in Search and Destroy or tournaments together? How are you guys uh, going about improving in Search and Destroy as a unit?
We definitely do like versus like some of the top challenger teams. We do like best of 11s or best of 9s, and that's mainly how we get our search practice. We try to do just S&Ds in general. Sometimes that's better, but it's tough to find those. Most of the times, like challenger teams or some pro teams would rather do like a best of 9 or best 11. You just get some S&D in there, and then you just go over some stuff. So when you actually play, you have some good practice.
You guys ever run games against Chino Squad against your guys' academy team?
Yeah, we actually
Yeah, we
did.
play all the time.
We play all the time versus them. I mean, it's great practice, and we actually played I think a day or two before a match. We did like a best of 11, and it was great. Like we got a lot of practice and we got a lot of search practice in, so it was a good time.
How many
Yeah,
maps did
it
you
was
guys
good for
get,
both
Gene?
of us.
Yeah,
We didn't get to finish it because they had to do some camera work, but I think it was probably like 3-4 of them or 3-3. It was like one of the other. They smoked us into the
Oh.
hard points really bad. So it
I
wasn't
mean,
looking
that's
too
good
good
though.
for
That
the
means
hard points,
it's
but
really good practice though, right? That means you guys are giving
yeah.
them really good practice and helping them prepare. And I guess that hard point practice definitely carried over to the match because I forgot was the first match. What was the first map of this series?
it
Apathy.
was
It was
raid
it
Hardpoint.
was Raid, and it was like a blowout. That's why that's why I remember. It just felt like you guys dominated
Yeah,
them on that.
yeah, we
So
played it
obviously the
really well.
practice is definitely panning out. And here on you guys' screen, I feel like we have the winning moments for you guys. It must feel good, just even though it's the kickoff match and it's going in. It must feel good to start out the season with the win, just some confidence under your belt, especially beating a team like the Surge, not a team that you want to lose to right off the bat. Any thoughts on that?
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. I mean, everyone says this like this exhibition match, and I know it doesn't really like matter, but I feel like for morale and like confidence, like it does help a little bit. It's like the only really competitive thing we've had in the past 2 months of like scrimming in practice, and it feels good to like play something competitive. And I think it's good. Like if we would have come out with an L, then like I don't know, it just kind of like starts off the year a little weird. But if you come out with a W, it's like you feel good, you feel great, like team's going well, and you just keep going hard.
Yeah, it's
I definitely agree
competition,
with
you
you.
know? You always want to win.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. Who wants to? That's a loser's mindset, right? Oh, it doesn't matter. It's a what is it like a
Yeah.
best of five scrim? No, it's like every
You go
practice,
into
every
this,
bit
you
matters, and
yep,
hmm?
you want to put
Yeah.
them down.
100%.
Exactly. You want to put exactly, exactly. And I
That's the
think that
goal.
everyone's playing to try to get into that championship at the end, and every little bit matters. So it's good that you guys came out really hard and got that win. So great job from you guys. Um, I want to say this has been a wonderful kickoff weekend, right? This was a lot of fun. I think that we all had a long off season and just switching from Modern Warfare, a game that was different, into Cold War, back to 44, back
Yeah.
to just truly actually sitting and enjoying and watching every single match. Cheen, any last thoughts to leave us off with?
No, not really. I'm just excited to see the season start. I'm excited to see the LA Guerrillas progress and grow and become a really strong team that I think all of us know that they can become. And hopefully the academy team is doing the same thing along with them, just trying to catch up to Wester right now. So that's
App,
about
You
it.
anything
got
on the
this.
season? Any thoughts so far about the game and the rest of this year?
I mean, the game is amazing. Can say that again. Absolutely love this game. It makes it like just more enjoyable, like learning and getting better because I actually enjoy the game a lot. And I mean, we just like there's a lot of good teams this season. I know everyone's gonna go hard. We're back to 4v4, and I just want to grind with this team. I know we have a lot of potential. I just want to go hard, keep working, being in the lab, and just show a lot of people that we can be at be the best and be a top team.
Yes, sir.
I think you guys definitely showed that and proved that you guys are a team to be reckoned with. I think that the LA Guerrillas organization as a whole did a good job in the offseason building your guys' new roster, giving you guys new life, getting out of the rough spot you were in last season with the Surge. I know that was rough, bounce back, but now you
Yeah,
guys have new, fresh air with an old team, but you guys were successful in the past in the 44 title. So I'm looking forward to seeing that. Remember, guys, in the chat that we have another Astro Gaming giveaway and a headset. Hashtag lights out in the chat. Make sure you put that in there. You can win that second headset. And yeah, thank you for tuning in. I just feel like this season ahead of us is going to be the craziest season that we've had in a while. I look down, up and down the rosters, and I see nothing but talent. That's what I see. Just top to bottom. There are no weak teams. Even the teams that are not performing at the highest level right now, you never know. They can turn up. They always have the ability. They have the players. Pretty much every team in the league has someone on the team that has championships. You guys have world champions. I don't know. I just feel like this is a super exciting season. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you for stopping by, Apathy. Thank you for coming by, Cheen. I love you guys. And I think we're going to be out of here, guys. Peace.
Trying to work on the full flank. Octane in the back of the map. He gets taken out by Mr. One-Shot Apathy. And potentially some spawn kills might start coming in. You got Vivid going all the way around. Octane's prepared for it. Meanwhile, Apathy able to find one. It's a little bit of presence towards the point. Vivid on the flank gets dealt with the pressure inside the hill and the double nade from Apathy. Gotta take my guess. I'm pretty sure the Guerrillas are gonna get it by a fairly decent margin. We know how impactful defense can be.
Important position. Still he finds one.
On the tank, trying to look for kills. Him and Assault able to pick up one piece. In seconds, it's a 2-2 on point. Vivid just has the one to win against Octane. Shreds him with the 74.
Vivid, that's a huge kill to open this fight up. He knows where those other players are coming from. Quick check round the corner, dips on out. Beautiful play from the young man. Now you've got to stop the push, working its way through middle. It falls down to Silly in the gunfight. Over he goes by the fence, finds one, finds a second as well. Silly holding the line, but still Surge keep going. It's on a Pristini now, and Vivid has got his number. That could well be it.
The bomb has time to get planted, though. 1v2 for Silly.
Gets it!
He obviously is the bomb because he's under vents, and there's just so much you got to do. You got to take care of Apathy again. The Reaper down low.
You might have to start calling this little part of the map Hades or Hell or something, because that's the devil from down here. Yoink! There's another. One more. Give it to him! And the lights are about to go out. That is it. The Guerrillas getting it done in Game 5. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.